Mayor. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question in regards to this MS4. I wasn't really privy to it, but I'm getting a lot of calls on the vacant lots. Possibly you guys can help me out here. And I want to be able, I told the residents I'd get back to them. I don't want to wait till next month. I want to get back to them tomorrow. Or in the
There is
next
a
few
charge
days.
for a vacant lot. It's just much smaller.
But why are we charging for a vacant lot? I can understand the like.
Impervious surface.
Yeah, surface. I can understand that. The roof of your house, your driveway, and it's roughly 120 per household. I kind of get that. But vacant lots with trees on them and such, and we're charging them, isn't that what we want? We want it to be pervious, so the water drains through them?
I'm going to let Paul take over on the permit side of this.
I mean, I really don't understand this, and I'm getting a lot of heat from this, because a lot of my residents own property that is pervious.
We've got a lot of phone calls about it too, Steve, but it goes back to the fair and equitable part of this where everybody has to pay, and, vacant properties do create water runoff also. I agree with you.
I mean, Mother Nature creates water runoff.
Right.
But if you own a vacant piece of property, how are you creating runoff?
It still runs off vacant properties.
Yeah, I thought everything to this was about roof runoff.
I
asphalt,
voted for this
concrete.
ordinance, and I'm sorry I did now, knowing that that was part of it. I mean, I can see non-pervious properties, the roofs, the asphalt, the cement.
Concrete, right.
But come on, open lots?
What's the charge? Is it
50
a quarter of an ERU or?
It's $30 a year,
It's a flat.
flat $30 a year for a vacant lot.
Any size vacant lot.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
I don't know
Any
about
size?
that. I've heard different lot sizes or different, I still have the table, correct? Different lot sizes or different prices, ranging from 76 to 50 to 38.
No, everything's a quarter each.
I'm telling you, I actually seen them.
I'd like to see the bill because that's.
Okay, I'll bring the gentleman in to see you. But the bills are separate for his different lots.
Well,
They
he gets
range
a-
in different prices.
He gets a bill for each lot, but each one is a quarter EDU, which is $30.
So you're saying a straight $30
Correct.
per lot?
Correct.
What about acreage? I have a resident with acreage.
No,
And
it's
it's
all-
not broken into lots.
It's all the same.
$30.
Correct.
Okay, well,
But if there might be.
that was
maybe that's
never
an error.
explained to me, or I don't believe the residents, that a vacant lot would be charged.
I think that was in a fee schedule?
I just don't see it.
It was part of the presentation.
Yes.
It's part of the
I
presentation.
mean, is this something we can look into? Obviously, it was an oversight on my part. I didn't see that, or I wouldn't have voted for it. Is this something we can look into? Maybe
Well, yeah, it was in the ordinance, and
Solicitor.
I'm sure that, Mr. Ratcher?
Well, you, as a council, adopted the ordinance. You're free to revisit that ordinance if you choose to do so. However, there are certain requirements regarding charging the fee to all property owners. So from what Mr. Hugus is telling us, where the target was set with the vacant lots who produce water runoff, but obviously produce a lot less than somebody who has a big roof and a big driveway and so forth, was at 1/4 of an EDU. So if you want to go back in and based upon, and I'm assuming there was some science to the 1/4 of an EDU. I'm assuming that was not arbitrarily selected. There's some engineering basis for determining that vacant lots do in fact create water runoff.
Correct.
Well, thank God that we're doing this appeals board, because they're going to be inundated. How can you calculate water runoff on a vacant piece of property?
Ken?
Explain it to me. I mean, if I have one with a creek in the middle of it, if I have trees and all kind of bushes, and then I have one that's just mowable, I mean, come on. I can't see it. Not vacant lots. I just can't agree with that.
I'm not going to argue with you, Steve. I mean, it was part of the presentation. It was in the ordinance. If you guys want to change it,
But Mr.
Well, I
Duncan,
think it's something we should look into, definitely.
I don't.
Mr. Duncan, but the
Are we
ones,
charging ourselves for our park property and such?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Mr. Duncan, the ones you received that were different
rates, perhaps there's some errors there. So if you could get those to Mr. Little, so he could
Absolutely.
double check the
Okay, well,
lots.
this way, at least, so actually, I don't know what I'm going to tell the residents when they call me tomorrow. I'm going to say,
Well, if it's just a vacant property, it sounds like it should just be a quarter of an ERU. which
so I'm going to
is
say you're
$30.
paying it and, or appeal it if you'd like.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But it's
Thank
in
you.
the, but it's already in the ordinance, so an appeal, I don't know where.
Well, I
that
think
would
we
go.
unless
can,
the
we
prices
can
are off.
revisit any
But if
ordinance.
the prices are off, yes.
Yeah, if it's not $30.
Or we
Correct.
could revisit any ordinance.
Well, you can
Right.
revisit that, that's true. And you can change this law 50 times a year.
Right.
I can't wait to see you operate it.
I don't want to operate it, but what I'm saying is, I'm getting the complaints, I'm sure you are.
Well,
I
I
have
had,
not
I had
vacant
one phone
property.
call,
I've not got a
that's
phone
it.
call on it.
I had one.
Well,
But to your point, we
What?
certainly could revisit this ordinance at any time.
But I would hate to see
now
a
or in the
resident go
future,
to an
even
appeal board,
Future councils could.
I wasn't
If the-
allowed
the
to be
30
part of this. Anything I'd asked the manager in regards to MS4, he was told he could not answer my questions.
you saw the same presentations we did. You
I
had all the
understand that, but I am a
documentations that we
councilman,
did.
and people,
Mr.
I'm
Duncan, you
supposed
had
to be able to
everything I
explain
had.
to my representatives. I'm their representative to my constituents.
Correct.
You know, and I wasn't allowed to do that. So,
No, you were given the same information that everyone was given.
and is every council member?
I don't know, I don't go to like all your OPEB meetings.
So you were given this, no, but I asked to attend these meetings. I was told I was not allowed to. So, come on, that's a
That's
whole
why we're
different scenario.
solid
You want to
boards.
come to one of my OPEB meetings? You're more than welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Mr.